You're staring at a wall outlet in the dark, and it's staring back. Two screw holes and a ground socket, arranged in roughly the same triangle every human face arranges itself in, and your brain has already decided what it's looking at. Not electrical hardware. A face. You know it's not a face. You know exactly what an outlet is. And still, for a half second before your rational mind catches up, some older part of you reacted first. Here's the part that should bother you a little. Your brain isn't malfunctioning when it does that. It's not glitching. It's doing exactly what it was built to do, and it's been doing it every single day of your life without asking your permission. You're watching Brain on a Leash, where we track down the ancient wiring still quietly running the show underneath modern life. To understand what's actually happening at that outlet, you have to go back to a much older, much more dangerous version of that same half second, somewhere in tall grass. A long time ago, something moved. Maybe it was wind, maybe it wasn't. The ancestor who calmly weighed the odds before reacting is not the ancestor whose genes made it to you. The one who survived was the one who flinched first and asked questions never. That's not a personality trait, it's math. Psychologists Marty Hazelton and David Buss formalized this as error management theory. When a decision has to be made under uncertainty and the two possible mistakes don't cost the same amount, natural selection doesn't favor whichever guess is usually right. It favors whichever mistake is cheaper to keep making over and over forever. Flinching at wind costs a racing heart. Missing a predator costs everything. There was never a real contest. Here's the sentence worth remembering. Your brain was never optimized to tell you the truth about the world. It was optimized to be wrong in the direction that keeps you alive. Researcher Randolph Nessa pushed this idea further with what he calls the smoke detector principle. A smoke detector that only ever goes off during an actual fire isn't a good smoke detector, it's a lucky one. A good smoke detector goes off constantly for burnt toast, because a false alarm costs you a little noise and a missed one costs you the house. Your nervous system was built on that exact logic, deliberately tuned toward false alarms, because false alarms are the cheap kind of wrong. Which brings us back to that outlet. A face used to mean something with intentions was nearby, possibly hostile ones. Guessing face when it's really just plastic and copper costs you nothing, so your brain still guesses face on purpose every time, the same way it always has. And it's not only faces, it's the text message that reads mean that you reread 4 times to be sure. It's your stomach dropping the instant your phone buzzes at midnight before you've even looked at the screen. Same ancient alarm, different grass. We touched on this same trade-off from another angle in our video on the predator your body still thinks is chasing you 10,000 years after it went extinct. That's the same deliberate overreaction, just showing up somewhere new. So the next time your phone lights up at an odd hour and your gut reacts before your mind does, don't call it anxiety malfunctioning. That's not a glitch. That's an animal that's been alive a very long time, still running the one calculation that's kept every single one of its ancestors alive long enough to pass it down to you. If this changed how you'll look at a wall outlet in the dark, that's exactly the kind of hidden wiring we go looking for around here. Go check out our video on the predator that's been dead 10,000 years if you want another one. Until next time, keep your brain on a leash.